Well, that almost sounds gloomy again, Thunder. Almost. Okay. All music checks perfectly performed. Maybe music could be a little bit louder sometimes than voices. Did I have that configured? Yeah, voice is still louder than everything. Now voices should be ever a little bit louder, slightly. But I'm also troubled about whatever I should be doing with potential experience. So I might be swapperooing a bit between White Mage and Dragoon, and maybe I've been a bit greedy on the roulettes that just say like, hey, do you want to have the new materia that sell for like lots of gil? And I'm like, I don't know what to do with the gil, but I'll take it. Yeah, you're not getting the specific outfit anymore because you now actually know who I am and that I am not from this time, so I might not abide by your rules. Won't be here for long anyway, I guess. Anyway, so. Are you seeing? You're not seeing my friend. Great. It's good. Story time! Story time! Little voice crack. Just little. Also, spoiler warning. Listen to me. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misgrounded determination, or to convince Emmet Selk and Hitler Deus that they have been deceived. I've been thinking of this! Like, but why not? Because that would then again change the course of history. So what is it, ma'am? No, we must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought expunge are preserved. Remains in your memories alone will be your weapon against the final days. You might fight this battle in your age, and I in mine. Come, let us walk together once more. I will see you to the doors of Populia. So you're just sending me out of here? Go back to your zone, now you know where to go. Wait, I'm using a bird. Wow, I can't even burn. Oh, so I figured I had a new skill. Aquafell. Another shield! I've already been using it today. It's lovely because it's very much my ambience, you know. It's really good. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Up there. That place where we never actually got to touch the aetheryte. I was actually setting up some highlights before stream. And I was just looking into them like, yeah, this song had some good moments. Yeah. If only figuring out about all the... Hi, horsies. About all the butterflies. Just walking down there going like, you, what now? now we did actually get most of the map. Just not that tiny corner that you should obviously get by just unlocking the flying. I did my little etherite thing already. I just need to do the quest. But I probably need to... Wait, they actually level skill. I guess I never really thought of... You can actually exit to the ocular. Wait. It's not an etherite for me? Okay. It's probably one of those teleportation points that I'm not allowed to... Your time in this age is drawing to an end. Upon speaking to Fnac, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. Well, we've only been here for half an hour. So we basically got a good hour, hour and a half before I want to go on a break. We got tea. I got a sore arm, so that's actually perfect. Except if I have to do stuff, but let's go. We just fixed the sound and everything. I will, however, pause alerts.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
Perhaps I should stay and help?
I appreciate your sentiment. I truly do. But 'tis a very long game that we must now play. And while you have maintained a stable presence here thus far, there are dangers in lingering over long. No. You must return to your own battlefield. Make use of the knowledge you have attained, that your days here and our friends' sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us.
I guess if they're able to play with this Akasa. I can only remember Akasa. What was the other name of it again?
We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done.
Dynamis, yes.
In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted, and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. Were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe.
Trust no one.
Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind, who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the Convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteon at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I, as will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise.
Rip Shiva!
Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
Whoa, that's trippy! Was someone talking of ether sickness?
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandani.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer Hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiark. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong! Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it! We won't accept it! It will be ours again! A world free of sorrow!
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
I love this version so much.
O mighty Zodiark! God, born of our boundless faith, bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential. In his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk. All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering, to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
Very heavy. Especially because the thing she was saying was literally referring the song that was being sung.
A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
That was on the boat, wasn't it? I wouldn't have said it was such a long cutscene. It's only 15 to 20 minutes. It's like a dungeon. Bruh! But that... It's very well done. Very cool. Very cool. We're officially back. My brain is still kind of trying to make sense of it all. It was. Yeah. Absolutely. I think from start to end, the whole Elpis episode. Yet again. So we are going to try and just make despair not as terrifying. Is this way FFXIV is more of a storybook than a game, right? Yeah. Kinda is. What is everyone? Are they still helping there? I guess. You have a knack for turning up exactly when needed, and this is no exception. Is that? Okay. Arizona, impeccable timing, as always. This was probably in footsteps said. The smallest quest of all. I'd heard you were off in the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as so often seems to be the case, while you were away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. Thank you, Crown. I appreciate that. But yeah, That cutscene was quite piercing with its song. Like, are you telling me now you're giving me more details to the song I've been singing for years? Also making the cutscenes and everything work with the song. However, I'm still like, they were probably at the point where they hadn't summoned Zodiark yet. Sorry. Must be the food drop. Energy drop. So, have you learned more of the final days? Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time on the First, events have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged, trying to contain the spread of blasphemies. It's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alice and Alphinae have been traveling all over. Of all the regions they visited, Locus and Munis is one of the worst affected. Thancred, Estinian and Grad took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating, still but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Istola, Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Heidelin in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the forum. Right? From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon. An ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You will also recall the proposal issued by Fortunal to the people of Rotterdam. Following their discussion, Vitra declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the forum's invitation. So far, so good, but that's where things got a little strange. Apparently, the forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure a safe passage for the Hannish refugees to the tower, Alphinae, Elysee, Estinian and Grad traveled to Garlemald not so long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with, and now the final days have come to Garlemald. Did they take it with them? The best thing is, they don't keep all info within one expansion or just loose ends from previous. No, they got loose ends of base games and every expansion, both side quests and main story intertwined through the entirety of the game. So it's sort of a true multi-part story with breadcrumbs from day one all the way through the end. For the coming 10 years, it will continue at least. How do we know 10? Is that just like, did Yoshida mention that somewhere? Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Fortunal. Then panic broke out and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. Not that there was anyone left there. The others need you, Ariazone. Please, you must help him. Having you there will make all the difference. I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you'd best start there. Hopefully, Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you had best take every possible precaution. Are you telling me to materia up? Check that my gear is up to level. Oh, Sully is happy again. We're on happy music again. Hope she's less thankful than still I know you're back. At least they're still responding to the link pearls. I guess. But if you're not responding to link pearls, then how am I supposed to get an etherite? Pays me to send you off alone into the unknown peril after you've only just returned. But 12 willing, you won't be alone for long. I guess. Feels bad. Poor Golema. They just keep getting hit over and over by stuff, don't they? Yeah, I guess, yeah. I guess, yeah. Wow, would you look at that? Apocalypse skies and a trial. Lovely. I am so happy I already did all my quests here. Surely does feel like a blood moon, yeah. Only Ishgal is she sending into battle? Okay. I would probably be better off this fight as a dragoon. My dragoon has the best gear. Area zone. Another moment too soon. The skies over Golem are ablaze. But as events on the ground don't concern me. As you have heard, your fellow Scions arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greeting short after we received word from our troops on the Magna Glacis that the foreign airship has landed. It was then the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees came to no harm. I still very much feel like, did they bring it to them? I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we will discuss them later. I trust you're ready to depart? Upon departing for the Magna Glacier, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. Well, I mean, we still got a good hour. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle, which is to say, like, that's how she looks. Your progress will be saved at certain points. This does remind me of, like, what was it? The final patch? In the event you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent event of these. Are we gonna place other NPCs again? Please note, if you answer battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. It's good though, we had the perfect stopping spot. Yeah, less time.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same doom we fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy.
You got your own outfit
Come,
again.
we must build a line of defense.
How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair.
You shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord.
Lilo Alpine! Are you playing Little Lord Alpine? We are playing Little Lord Alpine! I do not know how sages work!
I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
How do I do this? Hi, Sly! I have no clue what I'm doing! I guess I'm just pressing buttons. Restores HP. Restores HP. Restores HP. Woo! Okay, this looked like an attack. I don't know what it does when I press it and it did an attack. It gave me no time to read what the heck is going on here. Help the wounded. I just healed you. That's rude. I just saved you. How do that?
Those who can stand, come with me.
Yeah, I figured that. I did not take my time yet to get into Sage. My focus is elsewhere. Relax!
You're safe now.
No despair. No despair.
Easy now. Deep breaths.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
Boy! For what? Estinian! Woohoo! How did I get out of here? I don't know what this is. Woo! It's a party room. Support Estinian! Hiya! Oh wait, I'm providing support so I can also attack. I thought it might be. It looked like something in the shield. Hiya! That was not the skill work, that was fine. We could use the heal.
Mystanian! You're too strong for this!
Woo! How I know? Woo! That was the wrong button again. I wanted to shield him. Oh, it also heals. Woo! Feels very much Creeping City, doesn't it? What do my attacks do? That's the one that we needed.
But not hard enough!
Woo! That's a lot of damage. That's an AoE. Great, okay. Now I've read all the skills. Now we're done! Yeah.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
Do this. Oh no.
Don't. I don't want to die.
We know you. And we know you know that we saved you
Let not
before.
a single fiend escape! Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride!
Yeah!
Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, Let's go!
We're playing as Alizé! Because I don't think we did that before. But these are not my AoEs. Silver. I only know the basics. Oh, I can read them here now. For fire, for arrow, for stone, for thunder. Following set. This one with a potency to all enemies. There we go. Delivers an attack with a potency of 400 to target and all enemies thereby. Neat! Another AoE. Restore target's HP. Ooh. Increase our magic damage dealt by 5%. Neat. Okay, so we start off with that then. Okay. Let's go, Graha! Wait, I'm doing single target. That's not what I should be doing. There. There. Sorry for that bit of a dirt. See, we're fine now. She has some fancy attacks. Let's go. I'm hurting. Woo! We're healing each other. That's good. Nice! Let's go, Graha. I'm fine. Are you sure? Woohoo! That looks like a lot of damage. Did I get dual attack? Wait. Why did I get dual attack? Oh! Oh!
Not today.
There we go. Damage up. Let's go. I know that trick. Also, you want to press a 4 for heals. Woo! I can't use Swift here. Yes, please keep yourself light. Thanks. Much appreciated. Maybe I should stay within reach so he can also heal me.
I'm not done yet.
Yes. Bra is the healer I once was, or the black mage I once was. Feels back then. Ooh, hello? Oh, my attack is just completely done with me. Ooh, that's not
Nothing to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
Holy smoke. Now that is a mechanic. That's also a very interesting mechanic.
As they say, turnabout's fair play. On guard.
Bam! Neat.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Oh no, this one was pretty doable. Because you got time to read it.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out! Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them! Not a one! This will be a brighter future! I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
Not in a rush. This is precisely why you should never skate your squad retro. Hi, Leslie. Hi.
I can look after myself, you know.
I was waiting for that.
Everything's in order, I trust?
I've had enough of this rabble! Come on!
Nice! Very nice!
Oh, a trio for the ages.
No more learning of skills. does that say? Alright then.
Just the beginning.
Alizé! You can take care of yourself, right?
I had a feeling I'd find you here.
Hello!
This should be the
Join in the
last
dance?
of the troublemakers. With me!
Sorry, I took 3 of them. Good. Woo. Ah, there was another corner for me. Oh well. Anyone want to boost? Stadium's just vibing in red this game. Good, thanks. Appreciate it, Elfie. Yeah, please keep up Alizé, you know? Looks like we're housekeeping her alive. Think of your sister! Let's go, Grandma. Let's go! United Dragoons! If only I had one more jump, you know? Oh! We're already there! Something is definitely wrong with my follow button. Hopefully third time's a charm! Art follow button. Welcome back, Glitch. That was a nice battle. I like that.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety,
even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to Old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I completely forgot that I should maybe be hydrating.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes.
Well, I came with a whole pack, and then this happened, and then whoops!
Behind you! Just there!
We got 2 dragoons.
More of them.
A Reaper?
Xenos! Here!
Like, the first thing my thought was, a Reaper! Whoever... yeah, I guess there's only one Reaper in the story mode.
You'll be alright. Hurry to the airship. Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
That is, and has ever been, my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine, yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about.
He's like, wait, is this that derpy denounced prince?
Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death.
Can I give him a hug? To just get rid of that despair?
The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing, in the end. So much wasted effort.
You see now why people don't like him? Jealous? Pay him no mind, he should have displayed, he's not an issue anymore.
You bastard!
What are you gonna do?
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Thank you, Alfie.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome?
Yeah, this was just pure anger. Also, I just noticed that Xenos has like a gold third eye.
If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle, in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
So you like him more for some reason? It is kind of fruitless, yeah. Keep chill, boy.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death.
At this moment? Maybe some other time.
But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
knows?
Can we stop stopping him?
Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
Ah, that's nothing new to me. Can we now please hug Jules, please?
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, 'tis only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
That was glorious. Very top-notch, Justinian. Let's go. I do hope you just tell me that we can, like, chill out now and take a small break. See Cena standing there, so incurring unweaponed gods. I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind, but looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further felony, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Yeah. Anyway, enough of bad. It's good to see you again. Woohoo! Where's Jules? There's Jules. I was like, where's Jules? I'm happy to see you well. It's good to see you well. We'll talk in a moment, my blue-haired friend. I will make some new tea, and I have a call to return. Neat cutscene though. Nice. Pretty nice. But yeah, got some stretches. get some drinks, some snacks maybe. And we will be right back! Sorry, brain absolutely, completely blurted out. We'll be right back. Enjoy some fairy tale music in the meantime. Thank you for your patience. I hope you had a good break. I did get tea. I did solve a very not important problem by phone. Thank you. I was also just thinking that ever since we reached Elpis, everything's been great. Everything's been great. Ah, I have an H. Yeah. I'm so happy to see you're safe! I was so scared for you just now! We need to get you some therapy. Make sure you're okay. He's the kind share of the souls, okay? No bad intentions. Oh. So happy you're okay. It's been a while since we last spoke. For some time I was not myself. Lucia and others told me what happened that night and about the events that took place while I was receiving treatment. It was only then that I realized the lengths you and yours go to. I might never be able to repay you, but I'll be damned if I don't try. And most of all, I want to thank you, all of you, for everything you've done and continue to do for the sake of my people. I can hug him! We can hug him! At long last. Thank you, comrade. He's a good boy, okay? He's a good boy. He was never anything else than a good boy. Maybe he was on the enemy side, but he's a good boy. And the final day should manifest it too. After everything these people have suffered, it's a fate cruel beyond words. Nevertheless, with allies all on the other side, there's yet reason to be hopeful. Then again, this is both Ilsebar, so it's just crawling upon, isn't it? I wanted to talk to this person. I was like, wait, you're not part of my story. We couldn't save them all, but if we'd arrived any later, it would have been a massacre. Things were looking bleak until you and the first turned up. Bleak? Though there will be time later to discuss your journey to the first, there is one thing I must ask. Did you perchance speak with our friends in the Crystarium? Lena and Backlit both warned me against overexerting myself? Strange that they would express such similar sentiments. Identical, in fact. But their advice is duly noted. Before we talk about anything in the first, let's talk about the people in the first. What? We still need to quiz you about your time on the first. If you ever get more than a moment's respite. This is the conscience base of operations, I take it? Yeah, it was a bit more peaceful than this. I do also love how they always like use that boss music to just make scenes so much more epic.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it.
So sweet.
Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You
you can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait. Did you hear something just now?
Running away!
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
What's the meaning of this, Urianger?
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort. 'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow! Well met! You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable.
All right.
'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to have you back! Sorry. Exclamation mark ears. May thy despot damn banish these darkest of nights. Oh.
I am no esteemed philosopher of Eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
That's a good point. We were all wearing nice hoodies and everything. Not only everyone's just clothed normally. The sun, the blue sky, the chill music of Shah. So all the preparations are already changed to your circumstances? I need tea. For I might have to voice act this. I should be properly hydrated. Are we finally gonna go down labyrinthos? Well, we'll see. There's bound to be an a little break cutscene. I dare say Master Fortunal was a nonplus. I dare say Master Fortunal was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Highlands Lunar Custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. I'm all for a colder climb myself. I love the winter path animation too. Right. You know, in the winter you can just get comfy. It's as horrible to go outside in the winter as it is in a heat wave. So yeah, I am rather of winter. As long as you have the means to keep yourself warm. And usually that means you just have to work out somewhere with enough cover where you're not getting cold straight away. And have an itchy nose. I blame bunnies. But we still do not know if Nevo is okay. Maybe he'll help us in labyrinths again. Cook for clothing can fix anything apart from me. Oh. Nothing can fix it, right? Exactly. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss our recent adventures ere we are summoned to Rostra. Arrivals, how lovely. Oh, there's a bell there. You already started without me. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. And extolling the virtues of Atheris, I did inadvertently awaken and elaborate a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Creo tells us you've obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. Hello, Felicia. May thou be comfy with us. I've news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to be of great interest, so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Highland Elpis Flower lead? A whole lot! Then this dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Agatha are one and the same, this orbit proves the Nidhana's theory. Were an entity, through sheer force of emotion, to cancel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of ether. And if a star is still replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the great expanse. Meteon, yep. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Atheris. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteon. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. vanquish Metheon and we deliver the road from the final days. But even attempting, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Metheon escaped, an Ajama was placed upon her by Vala, the woman who would become Heidelin. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Heidelin and the Vanat Human and Albus are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Heidelin possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Etheris, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Meteon? The Vanai would never give up. No. But Meteon is still out there. No, she wouldn't give up. It's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided clues such as the Albus flower. I believe she's been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So, what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Meteon. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. Then communing with Hyland must, by necessity, come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlist the help of Aravold and the other Echoblast allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hyland, even from within the Antitower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hyland. If so, it would likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, but closer to home. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from the Forum. Let's go! Your presence is required in the rostrum, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Their father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Still, this pursuit of Meteon, you know. Okay, let me not look so dangerous. No, not as a fisher. It was Hyland's commandment that in the event Zodiac should perish, the Loporrids were to deliver the people from Earth from harm. Though that be the limit of their duties, they possess knowledge unparalleled of the great expanse and the means of its traversal. True. Should they be persuaded to assist in our efforts to reach Meteon, we would do well to heed their counsel. At first, I wasn't sure what to make of Hermes and his motives, but it's like we discussed at a great work. When faced with harsh realities of life, some seek the release of death, others grow defiant, they fight. Either way, it is our right to choose. Wait, what? Well, that was a much quicker response than I was expecting. Nice to know our efforts on the Magna Glacies didn't go unnoticed. You like being appreciated, don't you? And here I failed to tell you that. Father has granted us the opportunity we've been waiting for, though we know not what information, if any, they tend to reveal, there's only one way to find out. To the rostra! Woohoo! I hope you don't mind me staying behind while you tend to a big meeting. The rostra reminds me a bit too much of the supremely scary tribunal in Ishgard. You'll forgive me if I keep my distance. Aww. After your love for Garlemald, I went to Labyrinthos and tried to reach Highland using Talbot's flowers. Alas, my attempts were in vain. I can only assume that she spent a vast amount of her power in the confrontation with Van Daniel and is presently unable to communicate. Indeed, as her presence left my body, I could feel how faint it has grown. It had grown? No, we know Estinian. We know! You're so chatty lately, Estinian. Master Midoriya has suspected for some time that the Forum has been constructing a new facility for the purpose of surveying the Ethereal Sea. Of course, as the custodians of the Anti-Tower, which would presumably be rendered obsolete as a result, she has a few things to say about that. Nothing that should be repeated in polite company, you understand? After sending Gran and Estinian back to Garlemald, I stayed in Lucas in minutes for a time. Being an imperial province, it was already in turmoil before the onset of the final days. You wouldn't believe the difficulties we had overseeing the evacuation of the villages we visited. I have faith that the detached we left behind will continue our work and shepherd the people's safety. So what safety can be found in a road coming to an end? The thing, the crystal tower of the first escape of such feats is sending one's soul into the distant past. The events you witnessed and helped shape may yet hold the key to forestalling the final days. I'm reminded of dear friends in the future I have made, whose selfless efforts saw the 8th umbral calamity averted. In this timeline, at least, too much has been sacrificed for us to abandon the Theros now. Yep, so much grabbing back and forth to stories that you might not have seen if you've only been following the main story quest. So many details to be had. Best music, let's go. I can listen to this forever. Still, I still love it. Like, when I hadn't been here for a while, I came back and it was like, so pretty, so pretty. Bye to thy friends. Appreciate your presence. Ow. Don't. This is so very me. Oh. Well, at least now you know that it's me and not some kind of freak in my flesh. What a snap! I hope you didn't hear that, but I most surely did. Well, I wouldn't say so, but I'm pretty sure someone else in chat would not mind to agree upon it. So I can't say for certain. Nice tool you got there. I'll be getting these tools as soon as I finish the story, and I'm going to level my crafters. Hoo. I am actually curious if I can now finish the story as a white mage because I start like this quest because I started such a thing. Does it happen happen often that you see some freaks walking into your body? No, luckily not. It's been a one-time experience. Let's keep it that, please. Forum is in session, and as such, your roster is closed to visitors. I'm not a visitor, thanks. A sign of the Seventh Dawn. Very well. You were really correct. You totally walk into was right. Or, you know, like a lamppost or something. Oh! They're like, hi, sorry, didn't see her. Hi! Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Ashika, the sacred institution, holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Okay. You repel those. I came here in my most elegant and friendly outfit as a healer. Let's go. We are currently in session. Are we? I was told that there was a session. But I'm not seeing any people. Is it a surprise party? All right then.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
So you need a complete forum to do that.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
You know how it is with politicians. They need to feel important and not left out. So you have to either call them or in one. Fair.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational, and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms? "71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it."
Aye!
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Well, well, well. Well. Well, well, well. So, we are to employ some moon bunnies to fix this, of course. Maybe, Dragon Sit? My affinity for espionage may have earned me the title of Archon, but I was completely unaware of the Forest's plans. There may have been clues here and there, had I a mind to look for them, but contemplating that possibility only serves to further wound my pride. Not that anyone could have realistically surmised that their brilliant stratagem was to build a giant ship, fly to the moon, a still larger vessel in truth, and use that to travel to another star. Even now, the whole idea seems possibly absurd when spoken out loud. Why? Such assumptions. Of late, I have seen no sign of the Loporettes. This being their first opportunity to experience the wonder of Chilean, the potential for misadventure is nigh infinite. Perhaps if Mukosoma were still alive, in a traditional sense, he could have offered help to help the vessel attain the necessary speeds. Then again, there is no guarantee his contribution would make enough of a difference to matter. I was thinking of that, if Mukosoma would show up again. The further we pursue the mysteries of the universe, the more I struggle to comprehend the fortuitous nature of the time itself. We measure and quantify it based on observations of celestial bodies, such as the sun and the moon, from your account, it is unclear whether the ancients viewed time in a similar manner. I mention this because while Vanat knew the final days would reoccur at a defined point in future, she presumably had no way of knowing exactly when. Even so, the completion of the forum's preparations to escape to the moon, aligning so closely with the advent of the final days, is surely no coincidence. Can I... Oh, it doesn't feel what you don't see. I see. I mean, I'm a little vexed that we've yet to learn of the forum's replacement for the anti-tower there. I expect that in time they'll share that with us. And with Master Matoya, if they've any sense. Phew, I'll admit it. Bringing up the issue of the forum's incomplete arc was more than a little daunting. They were, to their credit, quite open about the current state of affairs. What was even more surprising, though, was when they took Alphanet up on his offer. Right. I very much take issue with the forum's approach to selecting who to save and when. They're not wrong for wanting to minimize potential conflicts. Fortunately, if this plan of ours actually works, the Great Exodus itself will become entirely unnecessary. See? Rest assured, I have every intention of honoring the forum's decision. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both a means of communing with Hylian and reaching Lithium, in the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the arc as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. But if we would use it for other means, that means if we fail, then they don't have an arc. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the ether burner. I do wonder how Oriange and Buns came down. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an ether burn actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. They were tower transporter. Yeah, but they had issues in Galamad because they couldn't get people to the moon because they wanted to go to the Tower of Babil, but the end of days appeared there, so they should get people to safety. I know what I'm saying. I honestly saw the tiniest spoiler today where I walked into a stream that said level 86 main scenario quest. I think they weren't even streaming for an hour. Not for an hour, they just had not changed their title. And I was like, Fortuno, talking with you in Labyrinthos. Okay, I'm gone. And I'm gone. Fortuno must have ties with Maggie Thatcher. The name sounds familiar, but I just currently cannot picture who or what. Oh! Yeah, then I think I know who you mean. There's only one thing I find a little confounding is like the role quests are clearly going about the issues of now. But surely, who's going to do the role quest before finishing up the story? The The suspense! Wait. Now I see what you're talking about. I didn't read that bit. As instructed, I shall take you to the ether burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. I trust you can make your own way there. Of course. So, the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? So those people that have been stuck in there forever, ever since they were like employed there, will finally see someone else. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. Maybe, I don't know. But then again, you can just remember the context. It's not too tricky to get back into the context. Kind of the same wasn't, of course, for Shadowbringers. They also had context, or the lack of it, of course. Some dialogue change if you complete it, so it stays fitting. Does it? But that's a lot to finish. Finishing all the role quests before you finish the main scenario quest. Those are long stories. And that's a lot of leveling. I think it's impossible to do them all. I assume the dialect changes aren't too big. Yeah, but exactly that. I wouldn't say it makes a big... Yeah, it's a minor thing. See, I'm not gonna be frustrated with that. Do they intend to carry everything in the Archeon to the moon? They said they start loading scientific records and biological samples, but do they really need all of it? Hoarders! They're hoarders! Yeah. Seems so long ago. The first set feet here, do you think? Well, once we refused entry, we are now welcome as guests. Among the many and varied documents sent to the moon, I chance upon several inventories made in Archeon. Mayhap the foreign belief such records would provide insight into the intricacies of clerical duties. Regardless, the Lobberists did not consider them worthy of more than a cursory glance. Then we have been granted permission to enter the lower levels as proof of our increased standing. Would that they had been willing to confine in us sooner. It has been many moons since the last visit to Labyrinthos. As fast as the archives were back then, they've only continued to grow in the days since. I don't understand the appeal of reshaping it to look like the world above. Make your peace with what it is, or go outside, if that's what you prefer. Wait, what? Our destination lies in lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archeon lift. Step aside and Aquafield will take you to the Meteor Circle. I do also love my Ancestor Tower music so much. It's one of my favorite musics, let's go. Stoic not. Yeah, this is why I saw. And I was like, this looks like Labyrinthos. Let's go! I'm out of here. I've sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of Mariel Ergonomics. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to... No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend the other matter at hand. Is it about your children? And how I am, like, among their best of friends? Where are we going? Okay, my positive vibes have been restored. That was very relaxing. Thank you, sheep. Okay. I didn't step inside here before because I thought it would be rude, so I have no clue what's in here. We're all scattered through everywhere and nowhere. The fields we passed along the way brought back memories of Ferndale. Unfortunately, we were never blessed with such abundant crops. We must be close to the center circuit, which is where Charlene's greatest secrets are held. If the tones are per use, told the whole story. This guy. On a journey here, I was filled with an inexplicable sense of elation to see vegetables other than carrots being cultivated. Why, it near brought a tear to mine eye. I guess. Why, Thancred being neglected again. Knowing the forum, even the people working down here are probably kept in the dark about the true purpose of this place. The preservation, right? The future, the further underground we go, the more surprise we find. I wonder what this place is actually for. Well, it's not too difficult, right? Oh, there you are! Having always a massive functional by any chance? Have we? We are to wait here while our father arranges for us for the next lift. Here, being Logiston Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of the Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formulation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of biological samples captured. Hold on, how do you know so much about it? Why? Father brought me as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It is all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world to grow inured to the wondrous. Having gained an understanding of the complex mechanism employed by the Loporits in recreating a similar environment, I've come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean goddess of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind neath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. This is no mere coincidence. Ever since Hyland unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Atheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos. In preparation for the great exodus, but that's not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Ooh! Though the Loporits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I've arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the great exodus are carried out. The construction of the Ark among them. There are plans have been made public. Access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to set restrictions and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust, your trust. Now let us proceed. Let's go! By the creative to farm, the signs of the staff don't are permitted to enter the circle safely. New song! New planes that I saw from up above, but... We have so many to talk to. The sooner we can get this ether burn of theirs, the sooner we can start working on how to improve it. Are you telling me that I should be not talking to everyone? Thanks for your purchase. They cleared out some junk from my inventory. The temperate environment here is not unlike that of Bowsway's burrows, though the diverse vegetation doth produce a far more complex bouquet of aromas. A welcome difference indeed, for I have grown weary of the scent of carrots. I imagine the secrets kept here would be of great benefit to my own research. I will refrain from indulging my curiosity for the time being. I have no idea what makes Elvino so confident we can solve this problem of theirs. Relentless optimism, I presume. And not a welcome trait in youth, but less so in a gambler. Let's resolve never to let him set foot in it. The gold souls are! The further down we travel, the more expansive the sky above becomes, artificial though it is. Would that the heavens elsewhere could be so idyllic. Not talking to everyone, that will not stand. That would be outrageous. We talk, therefore we are. Or something like that. I don't remember the exact way. We might finally have the chance to commune directly with Hylian, provided we somehow manage to succeed where Chilean finest engineers have failed. Still, it won't hurt to have a look. This is it, the central circuit. We just bring Loporets. Please tell me we're almost there. Or is there another underground level we have to reach? Even more central circuit, perhaps. I believe there was like this round building. I think it's this thing here. Aetherbound is constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Koko Dango, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. It's like one of like we're on a tour. See that thing? That's the lower level. Why do you have such dangerous creatures down here? Okay. There's so many again. I was expecting a scarce in manufactory, but instead I find a village smithy. Huh? The what? Oh. Yeah, I guess. Surely the forum have already petitioned the aid of the Loporets, given their familiar with the subject and all the... Surely the forum had already petitioned the aid of the Loporets, given their familiarity with such technologies. I can talk. Is he talking to himself? Well, there's not a lot of people around here, would you say? Except for now. For a closely guarded secret, you can see practically everything from the outside, even with the magical barriers surrounding it. Yes, that's what I said. He hasn't even realised we're here. Or perhaps he has realised, but he just doesn't care. While many of the facilities within the central circuit seem to be visible from the upper levels, the more secretive work must be carried out behind closed doors. Yep, that thing that's just over there. Over yonder! This is the man we see. Do not try to startle him. Perhaps you'd like to break the ice? What do you think I am? A black mage? He looks lost in thought, although it seems he's something of a stumbling block.
Could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost me eyebrows.
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse.
He has such a heavy voice for such a small boy.
Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Etherburner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Etherburner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the Etherburner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive.
Hi, baby.
It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Sly's been comfy all stream. Just like a tiny Montgomery Scott, also known as Scotty.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in's like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the Etherburner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the Calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Then your gleaners would have had it already?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
You want me to go fetch the Woodsits? I'll go get the Woodsits.
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
They say there's some explosive addiction. We need to send him to an explosion addict anonymous meeting for intervention. Oh, what's it, yum? Okay, now I'm terrified. I mean, the Phaedra thought meal was yum.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option.
Oh, they know.
Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously. Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
Way, what a smug face.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us Heavensward.
You just heard it on the moment with the firework. You're just like, one of my favorite cutscenes.
This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics.
Sacred relics?
Some of them could hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
Kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
But still, the might within Charlian couldn't procure it, but we can. Okay, I guess everything is possible at the face of calamity. Appreciate you doing all this, but it ain't getting my hopes up just yet. There are no oaths or contracts binding the members of the Ilspa Constitution, and in many ways it was even more loosely organized than a Crystal Bruce. Nevertheless, I know none would refuse this call to arms. Truly, we have been blessed with trustworthy and dependable allies. Time and time again, it seems that elegance, something or others are either the cause of the solution to our problems. I think the self-same materials that once launched Delamere will now be used to help ferry mankind to the moon. That's a poetry in that, I guess. I'm confident that even the deadliest of the elegant defense mechanisms are no match for our allies. At this rate, some of them soon have as many accomplishments to their names as a certain warrior of light. A certain. Considering how much of a fuss he made at the time, I don't see why he takes every opportunity to bring it up. It was just firewood! Sorry, that might have been loud as well. Cool. I have it. First at the Loveroy, and now the final days. No one can accuse the Ilspa contingent of backing down from a challenge. Of course, they weren't also committed to the cause when we first set out, but after seeing an example set by you, and for knowing the others, change was palpable. They couldn't help but believe. Yep. What serendipitous irony that the remnants of the seventh umbral calamity would become the keys to mankind's salvation. Never more certain have I been at Bas Louisois, watched over us from ethereal sea. Aww. Their Bahamut is long gone. The interment hopes are far from safe. It could be much worse, of course. They won't have to fight their way past Mericidian dragons, nor is there any danger the Elder Primal might be summoned again. Even so, I dare say there are still a fair few elegant creations and contraptions remaining to bar a friend's way. I only hope the grandfather watches over them. Cute. I wasn't sure if I spoke to him anymore because there are so many. As times like these, we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphinaud has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single link pearl conversation? As we're expecting a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have contacts of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know and for you to find out. Is it something where a certain island? And on that note, I'll leave matters here. You okay, Barnes? Best of luck. Yes, please. Sew it in more so that I actually get more achievement out of doing that island. Meanwhile, in Udar.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Cute. I am somehow terrified for Kanisena though, but we'll see. The Bow Lord.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses.
Couldn't this be more of a thought? Why are you saying this out loud?
Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Are our deficiencies so plain to see?
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Long cutscene.
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already... Ah.
Good boy.
That was a roar! A dragon's roar!
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Hmm? Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Serio? Right? We haven't seen anything of Lominsa. Alright then. Chat, do tell. Is it worth doing one more quest, or should I save it for tomorrow? Meanwhile, talk to these yes. Time again. Keep sending us something or something, right? Of course. Alright, we already told that. Yeah, that's just the same. One more shouldn't hurt. Okay. Because it's Saturday, you know. I think I've had enough. I have 4 cups. So I think I've about reached my 2 liters on a day. Your friends are searching for refined animal and sacred relics. We will only know if they meet the requirement once they've arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else you might do to be of service? Ha! You've already done more than enough. If I had to say to it, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about alien technology. Hear that? The lad with the red eyes and matching hair. He seems to know more than an average scholar. Ha! If only Massacre Call knew how right he was. While he and Gry establish a rapport, why don't we help with preparations for a great exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose is not to curry a favour. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity for us to familiarise ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse. If nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the advent time. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you might lend hand, I know where you ought to go. Shalane Hamlet is Lucy with researchers scholarly types, busying themselves to prepare for the exodus. Ha! That lot needs all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Fetch quest! Well, go on then, do your fetch quest. I'll admit it, without the refined animal, I ain't got a bloody clue how else I could get to eat a burn and perform any better. If the lot don't come up with the goods, we're buggered. I shall endeavour to provide Maskako with whatever information he should require. Ba-da-da-da.
Ether mine!
Every time you hear that, you're just like, and then the music's like, no, no. No, we don't go higher. We're down below. We're not going higher. Wait, can I go below there? I want to go down. I want to go down. They got some fiery creatures here, set to secure warmth. One crystal spoon. Let's do some fetch quest. You must senses deceive me. In the shadow of yon corner. One can but hope this latest not on too mischievous undertaking. Sure not, you mean the small ones? I'm surprised, as I was to learn from plan to send everyone to the moon. Can't imagine how the common folk must feel about it. And I might a bit of heavy lifting, but I draw the line of paperwork. What? So much as wave a sheaf of documents in me, and I'll put my lance through it. White paperwork. What quaint little sentiment this is. A shame it is hard in the ground, I guess. In order to protect the secret of the center circuit, the researcher must navigate a bewildering maze of paperwork before they're permitted to return to the furthest. I suppose it's no different than any other aspect of Chalet's society. We do love our bureaucracy. It's very much a mirror of the city above, which is perhaps how it came to be called Chalet and Hamlet, I guess. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know much. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration. Scholar Monty Kane mentioned. Let's start by asking around, really, without getting in anyone's way. Fetch quest! Let's meet by the Aetherite once the work is done. Is it reachable? Look! Oh, the fetch quest! Right now, those fetch quests do very much seem. I might do some of these fetch quests. Wait, would I? Well, before we're finished, I guess. I should go with Porter in this zone. What? A veterinarian. They also love to put their aetherites in water. Alright then. I'm still missing one! We'll get to it eventually. But with the Ark, even with all the power Mazagoko managed to squeeze out of the ether burner, it's still not enough apparently. And nowhere to find days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. Oh, we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying, and there will be no end to it if we don't fulfill the duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan, and all will be well. So we're here to take off their minds. Okay, they're inside here. At the safe zone, away from prying, monstrous eyes. Oh, and hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Working on the ether burner. Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring, thanks to work. Still, no one I'll be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The forum's got enough on their plate as it is. What with deciding who gets to board Arga and whatnot. A lot of powerful people have opinions about that. My hawk is out to bust a fortune on the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? For a few winks. I was like, how are you so in a book? But that's just a flying book. Whee! I actually thought I wouldn't make the jump. And it would tell me, no, that jump's too high for you. Offering to help, that's very kind, but I should be able to organise the rest of the documents by myself. Yes, mostly a list of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose as a new home, our duties largely concern maintenance of living conditions. So I'll be a lot busy after we depart. I hear the lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them in such limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous little giants. Why, I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like that beheaded rabbit that ran by. Well, aren't you gonna be happy? Meet by the aetherite, right? Search for the beheaded. Why am I searching for a rabbit? I should be going for the aetherite. It's a punning way. Nope. Priorities, right? Thanks. I can't stand that. I can't. How marvelous it is to see you again. You'll be pleased to hear I've learned much since our fascinating discussion about the cafeteria. It's all thanks to Urianger, you see. He's told me the finer points of cooking, which despite my name, I knew for a little bite. So many dishes, so many hard to pronounce words. Actually, I was afraid of hoping he'd show me how to bake an alkan loaf. They're quite popular, I hear, though it doesn't sound like it contains any flavor to speak of. Still, if that sort of thing your kind enjoys, I shall make enough to last the whole journey. Well, I guess just worries of light do not really like it. Cracky! I wasn't expecting to see you here, Rizzo. I'm sorry you didn't have a chance to say goodbye, and for having those other lovebirds attack you. Terrible as a misunderstanding either. Not to worry though, as all have since recovered from the rather savage beating you administered. They bear you no ill will. Well, perhaps a little, on account of the savagery, but time heals all wounds the most anyway. Rip. Oh, I forgot to say hi to Urianger. Wait, no I didn't. Two would appear the lovers have infiltrated your land's most heavily guarded facility. How? I don't know. Fancy meeting you here, Area Zone! Our friends in the forum brought us to see their tiny teeny boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magic. What we're really interested in is Theris itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniatures version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all the time to prepare, and they're still not ready. I suppose we just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon the Urianger and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in ill chit-chat, perhaps you could show a few points of interest. Wouldn't that be fun? Well, point is, we also only just arrived here. We have no clue. Yeah, I think this is a good point, honestly. Timing is perfect. Means that tomorrow you won't straight go into like a random big cutscene again. Oh, now that's very friendly. I appreciate it. Thank you. Such intensive music. Such intensive.